All right, guys, God bless you and welcome to This Is It Before the Fire. Christ's purpose was to make one new man from the two, the right side up you and the upside down you. There's a double you. There's a right side up you, there's an upside down you. When you get inverted and your eyes become single, your whole body's full of light. Not one eye full of with light, one eye with darkness. Let me show you just a quick thing with Chris Cuomo that came up the other day. Then I'm going to show you some Nancy Pelosi stuff. Then I want to show you what's going on in the Ukraine, and I want to show you the symbology that you need to pay attention to. The symbology that you need to pay attention to that the Lord God has allowed me to biblically solve with the key of knowledge, the key of David. This is the occultic system, right side up, upside down. They know that there's a good you. They know that there's a bad you. They know that you're trapped in this double you system, right side up, upside down. They know that. And they don't want that to change until Satan can destroy every sheep within the system. That's his goal. And when you look past the veil and you see things as I see them, you'll see so much it'll just blow your mind. So stay here. Pay attention. Let's see what I got for you. Watch this. Remember Chris Cuomo? He's just a paragon of goodness and uprightness and genuineness. Just a paragon of that. Okay, I'm just kidding. He's a liar. He lies all the time. He's a shill. He's a propagandist. And let me show you just a perfect picture. Okay, here's Chris Cuomo at Partners in School. Turn around. See the U and the U upside down? See that? And then they made sure the letter N right here was red. That's the Green New Deal. They want a full reptile world right there. There it is. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for dropping in on us. I hope you reap what you sow. Now, remember I showed you that the right side upside down paradigm is everywhere and we should take a look at it, and I want to show it to you in some imagery. Let's take a look at it just kind of real quickly. Let's go through some of these images, and I want to just show you this lovely COVID truck right here. Do you think that's an aardvark, or do you think that's Anubis, the god of death? Do you think that's the word Ovid, which means sheep, and C, which means angel of the bottomless pit, and then sheep, and then 19 means destruction? I've shown you the way the Lord taught me how to read their writing. Or do you think it just means COVID? Here's an interesting Pfizer right side up, upside down, isn't it? I'm just going to look at this and just notice that everything's right side up, upside down. These are all testing sites. Core, right? Core, like core, right side up, upside down. It is the order of the day with all these testing sites, right side up, upside down. Right. In Spanish, the word somos means we are. That means we are. Somos. Somos Americanos. If you say somos Americanos, it means we are Americans. There is the satanic triple cross, and it's a line with one line here, another line here, and then those two lines bisected in the middle, and it's SO, then M, and then OS. It's the same forward as backwards. I want you to know and understand what you're looking at, because this is going to play right into the big global conflagration that's about to happen. Here's Kroger Health. Kroger, it makes a double U, like Chris Cuomo standing in front of his little initiative thing down there for education, because they want to push their little critical race theory. But here's the truth. Here's what it's all about. That's the serpent eating its own tail right there. And there's a right side up, 5-pointed star, and then there's an upside down, 5-pointed star. And they're interlocked, and that's because that is the system that the serpent runs that you're in. And I just showed it to you on every one of those places that test for, that thing that they're testing for. I just showed it to you. Okay, now let me show you something really fascinating. And the Lord told me to go look this up. Since I'm going past this picture, I want to just show them to you real quick. So there's Debbie Harry right here, and she's cutting a heart out of a cake that's her identical likeness. So she knows it's a twin female system. She's cutting the heart out of her good, the one representing the good Debbie, and she's eating it. So there you go. And then I've shown you this stuff from the Vatican before where you take a human in a slave collar right here and you simply invert this guy right here and he becomes a locust coming out of the pit. It's always the same, right side up, upside down. It's the big secret they don't want you to know, that there is a serpent race that is really a bunch of bugs that are eating everybody from the inside. So here's a girl's dress right here. This is a bug's face. There's the eye, there's the eyes, there are the mandibles. Here's a shirt from called Broken Promises, and it's a female body. It's really a rubber doll, and it says it's what's inside that counts because they got God's angels to breed with them, and that was the big trick. And here is a face coming out of a vagina. It's really a bug, but you can see what the inference is. It's a face of an insect coming out of a dimension, and it's death. And then STFU, shut the F up, and then with the vampire fangs because it's a vampiric system. Now I've shown you this symbology over and 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 over again. But the Lord made sure I went and looked up something very important. By the way, just before I tell you that very important thing, there's a Statue of Liberty standing on top of a hendecagram in front of the twin system burning. Those are the twin towers, and they represent the right side up, upside down system that the enemy is burning up as fuel. And it was done on 9/11 because the angel of the bottomless pit is Revelation 9/11. They had a king over them. Who had a king over them? The locust from the pit. That's why here's Lady Gaga impersonator in a Dee Antwoord video birthing a locust because that's what they birthed. They birthed locusts from the pit. Now, the Lord told me to go take a look at, the actual vials that they're distributing, the thing that goes in that thing they stick in your arm. And what I want to show you is I want to show you just the same thing, the right side up, upside down paradigm. So you can see, you can read that yourself, and then you can see it's on a mirror and it's upside down, right side up, upside down, right. And it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the number for the angel of the bottomless pit, by the way. So there's one vial, that's one manufacturer. Here's another manufacturer, Johnson & Johnson. They're doing the identical thing right here on a mirror. I wonder why everyone wants to take a picture of this thing on a mirror. I find that fascinating. And here's another one, Valneva, and they're doing the same thing on top of a mirror. It's very common for you to see that. And this is because this is the system they want to end up with. They want a W, but they want it all scorpion. They want to take over the human host body system. So now let's get to what's going on across the world in a place called Russia. Now, before I start, let me just be very clear. I'm totally against civilians and all the people that are suffering and all the terror that's going on there. It's horrible. I find it interesting. I find it interesting that, at the border here in Texas where I live, we have an invasion happening right now that's actually being funded by the current administration. I find it fascinating that this is the symbology. If you look, you type in Satanism, black sun symbol, Satanism. So this is Satanism, the black sun. This is what Hitler was all about, the black sun. Satanism, black sun symbol. There it is. There it is. You can find it. It's in this castle they used to go meet in right here. You can find it everywhere. You don't have to look for it. It's really easy. It's associated with the Nazis. Well, isn't it fascinating? Truly, truly, truly fascinating that is the symbology on the uniforms of the guys in the Ukraine. Do you find that weird? Let me show you all the symbology. So there they are, the same guys holding the same occult symbology here. The black sun on their uniforms. This is the Azov battalion holding the same occult symbology on their flags and their uniforms. There's a really good article that I think everybody should read. I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit of this article. It says, America under Joe Biden. This was a Salvadoran president, this guy right here, Nayib Bukele, breaks the silence and points out the obvious Biden regime The USA can't be destroyed so quickly unless the enemy is from within. I did a I did a video a long time ago called "The Antichrist Unveiled." It had, I don't know, 7 or 8 million views, and it was taken down. How's it going, Barack? Anyway, so let's take a look. America under Joe Biden, wide open borders, 2 million illegal immigrants flooding the country in 1 year, more than this year. Surrender in Afghanistan, that was a good one. Abandoning an essential base, arming the Taliban with 80 billion in U.S. weaponry, and dead soldiers in retreat. So this was unbelievable that you would leave 80 billion for your enemies in tanks and helicopters and jets and machine guns and ammo. Shutting down the energy sector, so now the U.S. doesn't have energy production going on. That could only be done that someone wants to destroy you internally. Record spending, again, yes, highest gas prices in history, destruction of the First Amendment by big tech, corrupt media gaslighting to the public. We remember Russian collusion, the big lie, total destruction of the working class, and politicized and broken Justice Department. How's it going, James Comey, Clapper, and all you scumbags? Yep. Anyway, just making a point. Just making a point. If it's not that, if you can't see it right now, and you don't see the enemy has come from within, and the Mahdi is here, the Mahdi is the one that will lead the Islamic Jihad in the end of the world. And it's fascinating because I remember the guy that used to be the president before Trump. He said, yeah, I've been asked about my Muslim faith. And the reporter said, you mean Christian? He goes, oh, yeah, Christian. Of course he's a Christian. Don't be silly. Let's take a look at, remember the right side up, upside down symbology? Remember, Jesus told us how to get out of the trap because Peter was crucified upside down. That's why I put this black cross here. This is the St. Peter's Basilica. And this right here is the actual Vatican itself, this black cross right here. The building is in the shape of a cross, and it's upside down in relationship to this keyhole right here. And I put a black cross with a white figure on it to show how you get out of this trap. You simply take this cross and you turn it the other way, and your eyes become single, and you're no longer upside down in the trap that they put you in, which is turning you into the serpent race. Hey, by the way, Chris, how's it going? Oh, I love your W thing going on there. That's awesome. But let's take another close look at some right side up, upside down symbology. Here's a government, world government agency leading this cause over there in the, where they're throwing bombs right now. It's called OTAN, O-T-A-N. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's NATO backwards. Oh, wow. You know what? Let's just go look on Wikipedia. Oh my God, look at that. It is with that is a Google search. Wow, I wonder why they have it OTAN and NATO at the same time. I wonder why their logo is an isotoxal star. You know what isotoxal means, right? Edge transitive. It means becoming your own reflection, but not in a good way. No, not here, not in a good way. They're being double downers here. That's what they want. They want a whole system of double downers, and don't let the right side up, upside downers get out of the trap. Nope. So anyway, so isn't that fascinating? Look at NATO, OTAN, call it what you want. You know who's really a really great talk show host is Oprah. She is the one to give everybody advice, right? Oprah, wow, Harpo, that's Oprah backwards. That's weird. Is she winking her eye? Wow, what's going on, Oprah? So isn't that cool? So Oprah, Harpo, I get it. Oprah, Harpo is Oprah backwards. Oh my gosh, y'all are so sneaky. Y'all getting this? Okay. You ready? Let's talk about Nancy, I'm a lunatic Pelosi. God have mercy on her. Let's talk about her for a sec. By the way, did you know Hitler used to take a lot of bodies of the Jews he killed because he was dead set on the Aryan race, the super race, like a race that was within the race of humanity, but he was trying to make the Aryan race the dominant race of the whole world, right? Huh. I wonder why he was so interested in twins. You know he was interested in twins, don't you? He did experiments, every set of twins he could find. Huh, that's fascinating. I wonder what's up with the twin thing. Are you looking for your own super race? I bet you are. Huh. Huh. Let's talk about Nancy Pelosi for a sec.
It was so strange. It was so typically strange with Nancy Pelosi. You'll remember at the State of the Union address the other day, she sat behind Joe Biden, and at one point, I mean, she was so ecstatic and so keen to do standing ovations, although she's not very good at them, I'm afraid. Poor thing, as she gets older. At one point, she threw herself up so fast she almost fell over the podium and had to sort of steady herself. And then there was she did this weird knuckle rubbing like a girl on Christmas morning about to get presents, and she did this and got up and grinned manically. And Joe Biden was talking.
Speaker Nancy Pelosi's bizarre behavior during Biden's State of the Union address last night distracted viewers from the president's comments and had some asking if she was on drugs or drunk. Pelosi was sitting directly behind the president and was in full view throughout the speech. That went on for an hour and 2 minutes. The 81-year-old behaved erratically throughout, jumping up and rubbing her knuckles in glee after Biden.
I'm sorry about the audio there. I was like, here you go. Here's a burn pit right here. This is a Nazi burn pit. So from the Holocaust, you know, where they're burning bodies. They're burning a bunch of bodies and then they throw dirt over them. I wonder why Nancy Pelosi is kind of getting off. And she was getting off in a weird way on the burn pits. Is it because what's running Nancy Pelosi is so damn evil that hearing about burn pits and the death in the Ukraine and was getting that thing kind of excited in her? You decide. I already know. We are being run by a bunch of serious Satanists. No doubt about it. I mean, Nancy Pelosi's pure evil. Pure evil. Just straight up evil. The Bible says anyone that lies is a child of Satan. So that makes Nancy a child of Satan times a lot. Because she's a liar. That's all she does. But she likes burn pits, though. Just saying, guys, it's here. If you don't see that it is here, you're blind. Why is the Ukrainian military wearing all this occultic symbology on their uniforms, for God's sakes? Why is NATO right side up, upside down? NATO, OTAN. I didn't make this up. I mean, this is right here. Just go online. Go online. There it is. Look. NATO, OTAN. See it? That's their flag. Why is all the symbology of this thing right side up, upside down? Because that's the world that the pit runs. The angel of the bottomless pit. Why do you think they bombed the Twin Towers on 9/11? Do you get it now? Okay, my mission here is about over. I'm telling you, it's about over. So y'all, if you haven't come to Christ and you haven't, made your confession, you haven't turned the world upside down so you could see the truth, then you're living in darkness. The human host body is pure darkness. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing some videos on total scripture, and I'm going to show you Jewish history of their religion so you can see where this stuff originates and you can put it together very easily in your mind. We were inverted and we were carried away captive into this world. That's the truth. You're an angel. Now that I told you you're an angel, I want you to watch 2 videos right now. I want you to watch this video. No, let's see. This video, System of a Down, Chop Suey, the official video, and watch what happens when he says, I cry when angels deserve to die, because these guys know. System of a Down. Do you get it? I mean, it can't be any more obvious than this. The name of the band is called System of a Down. The name of the song is Chop Suey, and listen to the lyrics. Go pull the lyrics up on on your browser. Pull up the lyrics and read the lyrics. I cry when angels deserve to die. Watch the whole screen turn upside down on the singer as he throws his arms back and turns himself upside down when he says, I cry when angels deserve to die, and he does this and goes upside down. Okay, everything I tell you manifests into the world that you live in. The spiritual world that the Lord's let me see manifests into the world that you live in. I can show it to you all day long. You want to see another one? I'll put these in my description box. Here's another one. Let's see. Let's go to, this is called Alien Ant Farm, and I want you to look at his tongue right here. I want you to watch the whole video, listen to all the words of the song. I want you to look at the fact that they're in a boxing ring. See, it's a boxing ring? They're in a boxing ring, and it's called Smooth Criminal. And then there's an insect on the ground here, but it's inside of a pyramid. So let's go to Google Images, and let's do Alien Ant Farm. Band logo, there we go. There you go. So these guys are standing in a boxing ring because you get it, just like Alice in Chains doing the boxing ring thing. Hang on, let me see. There you go. So they're in a boxing ring. They got their logo on the mat. It's half black, half white, and it's a damn bug. And here it is. It's a pyramid there. See right there? Alien Ant Farm. Do you understand? The whole damn thing is an illusion. Russia, Ukraine, you don't know who the good guys are and you don't know who the bad guys are. All you need to know is the truth is this. You're trapped in a system that is right side up and upside down, and they don't want you to get out. You have to invert the whole world to see the truth. Then you've met Christ in spirit. You admit your guilt before him. He restores your vision. You can see as I see, and then you know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Now, I want to play these two videos for you, but I can't because I'll get a codec violation. These guys have 240 million views on this song. Wow, that's a lot of views. Let me show you how the song ends. Okay, let's go to the end of the song. So the end of the song is this guy sitting right here with the chimpanzee. He doesn't look possessed or anything, but then it turns to this guy. And now, if you go read the lyrics, the word Annie, they use the word Annie, 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 are you okay? Annie, are you okay? The name Annie comes from Hannah, H-A-N-N-A-H. Same forward is the same backwards. Annie is just from the name Hannah, and it means God is gracious. Now watch. Look on this guy's back right here. See what's on his back? What's on his back? A tattoo of a girl. Let's take a look at his head. He has a mohawk made of forks. Why would you have a mohawk made of freaking forks? Well, if you're a serpent race and you use the female host body to catch God's angels and eat them, that would be kind of a cool way to mock the crap out of them. So let's see what happens here. He turns around. Oh, there you go. That's who we are. That's who we are. We are the serpent race. We're an alien ant farm. So there you go. And so here you go. Of course, listen. Are you trying to tell me it's not perfectly normal to have a mohawk made of forks on your head and a tattoo of a girl named Annie on your back, and to have a boxing ring with a bunch of guys singing the song that they're singing in it? Okay, I'm being as sarcastic as I know how because this is a joke. Okay, Azov Battalion, that's Nazi, by the way. Just go look at their symbology. It's Nazi. Why are we funding Nazis? Didn't Obama say the end of the republic has never looked so good? Yeah, he did, didn't he? Okay, I love you in Christ. Get ready, guys. Here it comes.